His body was heavy. Hinata sat up. He winced. Memories of last night flooded his thoughts. I definitely didn't expect my confession to lead to that. Not that I'm complaining. Hinata looked over at his sleeping boyfriend. He's so cute. Sleepysaurus. Hinata giggled. Tsuki shifted. Hinata covered his mouth. He looked around the room and blushed. There were wrappers on the floor at the end of the bed. Did we really use all of those? Hinata opened his drawer. There's only one left. His face burned red. Show, we have to stop. We need sleep. The memory crossed his mind. Hinata lifted the sheet to get up. It seemed his brain wasn't the only thing that remembered last night. I wonder. Hinata peeked under the sheets that were covering Tsuki. He didn't need to lift them far to get his answer. The idea formed before the sheets even hit the bed. Hinata cancelled the alarm on both their phones. His eyes scanned the length of Tsuki's lean body. This was the one thing they didn't do last night. He hadn't even thought about it until now. He hoped he wasn't going to be bad at it. Tsukishima's thoughts. It's been a while since I had one of these dreams. Though considering last night, this feels better than usual. Wait. Tsuki opened his eyes and looked down. Sure enough, a fluff of orange hair was there. Is he serious? How is he not tired? Tsuki closed his eyes. He's not bad. His mouth is warm. Hinata slowly worked his tongue up and down Tsuki's hardness. Tsuki groaned. He's awake. Hinata thought. He took Tsuki into his mouth. A hand lightly gripped his hair. Show. Change not bad to good. He must have been waiting for me to wake up. As if he could hear his thoughts, Hinata took almost the full length of Tsuki in his mouth. Oh my. Tsuki's head was spinning. I'm in his throat. This shrimp. Hinata was so in the moment he barely heard Tsuki talking to him. Show, stop, move. Hinata continued working his tongue. Shit. I'm gonna, show. Stop. Tsuki tried to separate them. Hinata sucked harder. Fuck. At the very last second he was able to pull away as he released. Tsuki draped his arm across his face. Hinata crawled beside him. Good morning. Tsuki peeked from under his arm. Hinata was smiling innocently at him. Thanks for the wake-up call. I figured it was better than your alarm. Tsuki was finally getting his breathing under control. Well, was it? Yes. I can't keep getting swept away by him. Tsuki? Yes? You're not talking. I'm thinking of your punishment. Hinata didn't like the look in Tsuki's eyes. Punishment? What for? For not listening. Tsuki smirked. Hinata realized what was happening. Was I being bad? He softened his eyes and pouted. I'm sorry, Kei-sensei. He batted his eyelashes and poked his lips out. Sorry isn't enough this time. I'll be good from now on, I promise. Tsuki shook his head. It's too late for that show. But Kei-sensei. Tsuki took the last condom from the drawer. Against the wall. Hinata got on his knees and braced himself against the wall behind the bed. Since you seem to be able to take all of me with your mouth, let's see if you can. Here. But. We know that from last night. I told you I was holding back last night. So you weren't all the way in? I'm about to be. Hinata's eyes widened. Tsuki massaged Hinata until he was able to fit himself inside. He pressed into him up to the point Hinata's body was familiar with. He moved slowly. Once Hinata's body relaxed around him, he stopped. Take a deep breath. He whispered in Hinata's ear. Hinata breathed in. Tsuki pressed the rest of him into Hinata. Sensei. Hinata cried out. Tsuki held himself in place. Getting used to the tight fit. Hinata moaned as Tsuki began to move again. Feels good. Tsuki groaned a response. Hinata lay on Tsuki's chest afterward. You really were holding back. He said between breaths. Tsuki chuckled. Yeah. Are you okay? Before he could answer, their phones started going off again. Group chat. Most likely. Guess we should get up now. Guess so. Thing is. What? I don't think I can move. Tsuki laughed. And whose fault is that? Yours? Wrong. Ours? Still no. You could have refused me. Would you have listened? Probably not. Okay then. Carry me to the shower? Ask nicely. Please? Let's go, shrimp. They grabbed a couple breakfast bars on the way out. Luckily Hinata had time to prepare their bento boxes. Good morning. Yams, Yachi, and Kags were waiting at the crossroad. Hey Yams. Morning. Since you're holding hands, I'm assuming the confession went well. You knew? We all did. Hey Kags. Boke. Who is all? Just the first years and Yuki. Oh. We were waiting for news. We started to worry. Yeah. Kageyama was pacing back and forth till he saw you come around the corner. Yams and Yachi laughed. Don't. Hinata looked at Tsuki. I didn't even do anything. You were about to tease Kags for worrying about me. Whatever. What happened? Yeah, tell us. We went for cake. That's not what I'm asking about, and you know it, Boke. Kags was the only one who noticed how Hinata was walking. Hinata flinched. He knew Kags would be able to tell. What's wrong? Nothing. I hurt my back yesterday. I'm fine. How? Tsuki could feel himself getting pissed off. Hinata squeezed his hand. Did you guys? That's not anyone's biz. Kageyama had Tsuki pinned against the wall before Tsuki could finish his sentence. Kags. You piece of shit. Tsuki smirked. He spoke so that only Kageyama could hear him. Do it and he'll never talk to you again. Kageyama, stop. You're scaring Yachi. Do you really have no self-control? I'm not sure you're in a position to be asking me that. He looks down at Kageyama's hands. Kags, let go. Hinata's voice was calm, but one look in his eyes and you could tell he was scared. If you're mad at him, then you have to be mad at me too. Hinata touched Kageyama on his arm softly. Please, Kags. Fucking asshole. Kageyama backed off. He looked at Hinata and instantly regretted his actions. Hinata was fighting to keep his tears in. Shit. Boke. Come here. Kags held his arms out. Hinata rushed into his arms. He wrapped his arms around Kageyama, gripping his shirt tight. I'm sorry. Hinata was visibly shaking. Everything's okay now. Just breathe. Hinata looked up at him. You scared me. I know. I'm sorry. Don't be like him. Okay. I won't. Are you okay now? Hinata nodded his head. He let go of Kageyama. You promise to be calm? I promise, Boke. Care to explain what's happening? Kags turned to Yachi. I'm sorry I scared you. I shouldn't have reacted like that. He bowed to her. It's okay. I'm just glad you're calm. Again, what's happening? Sho, why are you clinging to King when I'm the one who got pushed against a wall? I'm sorry. Are you okay? I'm fine. You don't have to apologize. Just explain. Hinata took a deep breath. The reason Kags is so protective is... Hinata paused. Remembering the incident. He can't talk about it. Don't force him. Kags, I need to tell him. Boke. We're together now. He should know. Hinata smiled at him. Fine. Tsuki took Hinata's hand. Hinata jumped. It's just me. I was almost attacked by this jerk. Kageyama saw what was happening and saved me from him. Ever since then Hinata can't handle yelling and fighting. Shoyo. I'm okay now, Yachi. Can I hug you? Sure. Yachi hugged Hinata tightly, then let go. Thanks. Of course. When was this? Second week of school. Did you tell someone? Yes, my mom took me to the police, but they said that since nothing actually happened there was nothing they could do. Asshats. Hinata chuckled. Kags. They are. They were glad to see Hinata laughing. Well, that was dramatic. Kageyama turned to Tsuki. Now you know. I'll back off some, but I'm trusting you to take care of him. I've already told you, that goes without saying. Sorry I grabbed you. Whatever, King. Kags rolled his eyes. They all started walking again. Well, we're definitely late now. Hinata and Yachi burst out laughing. How many laps do you think we'll get? Don't worry, we'll talk to Daichi-san, right Yachi? Why Yachi? Don't worry Yams. Let us take care of it. Kageyama and Yams looked at each other. Idiots. Don't be mean. Sorry. Hinata looked at Yachi. They both smiled.